Now, inter-county travel should open up immediately. That's the call coming from within government ranks today. Fianna Fáil TD and Minister for Skills and Further Education, Niall Collins, says people are finding the inter-county travel ban hugely frustrating. Minister Collins joins us on the line now. Good morning, Minister.
Good morning.
You appear to be going against Cabinet colleagues on this one.
Well, this is an issue which I've flagged, Ciara, at a number of meetings of the Fianna Fáil parliamentary party. I suppose I'm reflecting what the public, particularly here in Limerick, are saying to me, and they are finding it hugely frustrating that they can't travel inter-county for various activities, but primarily to visit relatives that they haven't seen in a long time. Look, I understand that there's risks associated with the unwinding of the restrictions, and obviously the government has to consider in detail and take a decision based on the public health advice. But the prohibiting of people travelling outside of counties, there's a lot of anomalies with it also in terms of how people can't go about, for example, outdoor activities. I just give you one example. I had a number of young people on to me yesterday here in Limerick, and they're hugely into surfing, and they can't travel to any of the destination surfing spots in along the coast of Kerry or Clare
because of the current restrictions.
They're just pointing out things like that, and these are absolutely safe activities to partake in. And again, a lot of people in Limerick, I'm just using my own home place as an example, a lot of people in Limerick would have mobile homes, for example, in Ballyheigue, Ballybunion, Kilkee, Lahinch, these places, they're prohibited from travelling. But if you take the town of Charleville, which is on the Cork-Limerick border, you can travel from Charleville 250 kilometres to any beach in Cork or West Cork, but yet people in Limerick can't travel 60 kilometres to a beach.
So you believe that it's giving people in maybe larger counties with access to the coast, an unfair advantage during this current pandemic. Can you see from a public health point of view, though, and we know that the experience in this country has shown that being guided by public health may be the way forward here. It's certainly the line that the government is closely adhering to now, following that surge in cases that we had around Christmas and after Christmas, that if we are to reopen society, we have to do it in a very staggered and cautious and slow way, and that everything being done to date is trying to suppress those numbers while we get the vaccination programme really up and running. Can you see from that point of view, and we heard there from Liam Fanning, the Professor of Immunovirology at UCC, that while the numbers that we're seeing in the likes of Dublin and Donegal, where cases are over 100 per 100,000, to allow people from those counties or counties with higher numbers go to places, maybe some places in Limerick, some places in Cork and elsewhere, also increases the risk of the infection spreading around the country and leads those case numbers to go right up again.
Yeah, look, I mean, I absolutely understand that, and I've been a huge supporter of the public health campaign right throughout this, and I think rightly so. But I just have to reflect some of my own personal views on what people are saying to me. I don't have people contacting me, Ciara, who are hugely lobbying for the reopening of pubs or the reopening of restaurants, or indeed outdoor dining activity. I don't honestly have a huge or any at all people contacting me in relation to that, but people are very conscious of the outdoor activities, of particularly being able to travel inter-county to visit relatives, grannies, or people who haven't, grandparents, people who they haven't seen in a long time. And these are the issues during May and June, which are our peak summer months, the longest days in the year when people want to engage in outdoor activities.
And we know as the weather,
giving people greater latitude
and as
choice.
The weather is improving, people certainly want to get outside, and outside it seems is where we all are encouraged to be this summer. But given that there's a few more weeks in this, that if we look at hospitality reopening in June, hand in hand with that, inter-county travel may begin in June. You're talking about a matter of weeks before people in your constituency can get to the sea. People can travel from county to county to see relatives they so desperately miss. That for a few weeks to hold tight on this may be the way forward.
Yeah. So is it June or is it July,
You tell me.
different speakers. Well, you see, this is, of course, the decision which government
And
will have to consider. And
what's the feeling there?
Well, look, I mean, I'm not party to that. I'm not part of cabinet. I'm not part of the cabinet subcommittee that will be forming, that will be involved in that deliberation. But some speakers will offer July as the easing of intercounty travels. Others will offer June, as you've just said yourself there.
And if it were June, Minister, would you agree that we're talking 4 weeks? That if it were to be June, that's something that you could say to people, look, hold tight and we'll get there.
What I'm reflecting to you is that there is a mood among people, or a desire among people to have the restoration of intercounty travel, and I'd be happy to take it as soon as possible, and if that's June, well then so be it.
So you'd be happy enough with a June reopening of the borders essentially, and intercounty travel at that point were to happen?
Absolutely, I would. I feel leaving it out into the back end of July, a lot of the summer will have gone at that stage. So the sooner the better, for all of the right reasons.